and Lewis's dad had broken an elbow a fortnight ago or something, and he was supposed to have an operation on Friday. And then they cancelled it, so they jumped in the motor and drove down. They got as far as Lewis. Is it Lewis? Got as far as Lewis Tesco car park or somewhere like that. At about 2 o'clock, parked up, went to sleep, went shopping at 6 o'clock, and flew in here, all ready to pull. So, all commendation to him, because if he's not going to come down. The wrong side of the sledge. Many years ago he drove the big sledge for a while, and then he took time out for family, and then got the bug again when Eleanor was old enough to drive a garden tractor, and he brought him to Phil Mayhem many years ago with Neil here, and brought the John brought his tractor out, and then I don't know whether Neil will get... Sorry, I know Neil's going to get going again, but he took time out for family, and now the significant members in the club again, nice to see them back. So this is a new tractor this year. It's a V4 engine, another nice motorbike type tonight, on quite a wide rear axle. I don't know whether it's just take the rear axle out or an axle out or something and adapted it, but normally the axles as narrow as possible so that there's like a torque from either side giving the tractor to either side. The closer the back wheels are together, the more efficiently it will pull. No. The man with one arm there just feeling exhaust. He's the one that hit the end of his elbow. And Nigel's to say he's the main team leader, but he enjoys himself. Smile. Nice to look at the shop, but he just goes to the back. Right. Royal Flush with the Bateman family. Made in the best time of the got family, but still a value separate, so that'll put him in about second place, okay? Now there is another tractor on the running order, but I can't see it, so I'm guessing he's not able to come out to play. He had a very good pull this morning, but then they were throwing back. They were saying that there's like a cross box chain drive gubbin, and that decided he didn't want to play anymore. So I'm guessing if he's serving battering tonight. So that tractor has just gone past Royal Flush. That's sounds a bit coffee blowy, but they have a engine rev limiter on it, so that they determine the maximum rev they want to see on that engine, set it on the limiter, that the limiters just standard spark here and there to stop it going over the desired level. Right. So the stuff I was talking about earlier there, the Sophie's axle, otherwise known as the other gear. Oh! Mr. Scott is here. Mr. Scott Towers, landed the tractor. And he's just been guided onto the stage by his brother, Sam. Sam you'll see a bit in the next class with the tactical kick mode. None of these little tractors have to have reverse. One or two of them may have it, but it's not obligatory. You can see they're not that hard to push back. So let's see if this repair holds together. Scott is the chairman of the club, so he's got quite a lot on his plate. Not a job I'd want. So that's a bit noisy again, folks. That's the door. Didn't make the sledge heavy enough then, Neil. But then he did stop and the sledge did stop him, so I think we're running a floating pull system now. This just means that they don't have to come back and have a pull off. So that a very strong tractor has just been I think we're probably going to have the first one back on again, guess who? No, that was guess who, it's just gone down. I'm reading the wrong list.
Yeah. Shoelaces.
Makes everybody take different positions in the class. So now we've got only 1,000 horsepower. He's going to rerun because they reset the sled, made it a bit heavier. So that these tractors don't tend to run a big battery on them. Just have a little 12 volt, what you might call motor-type battery. Just a little electric, so they can start off a gun tap, or playing battery, is another word for it. Robinson on only 40 horsepower. Just like him in his dad several few years ago. And now in an Oliver running in between them. Again, big noisy. As you can see, we don't allow anything to happen. got to about the 60-metre mark. Just good. Good after. The track off with doing his track, run, just try and keep the track as consistent as you can. See, it's panning down quite well, or too much really, so we don't need to mess about with a roller. Ideally that stage wants a bit of weight on it, put the barrels on but didn't have time to put the water in them. Although we might need to spray in a bit of water tomorrow if it doesn't rain in the night again. So we're just loading the sledge up now, put a bit of more weight on the pan, more weight in the headstock, and the thickness for the box is full. They may even change the gear, so that will alter the speed the box comes up. It's a very grey art in setting a sledge, in the fact that you've got various alterations you can make to the sledge. The track, from when we went down with the first big tractors an hour ago, the track will have changed a little bit, dried out, maybe gone a bit harder, where it's been pounded down a bit. So you're having to second guess what you do. Get the strength to perform for that plan. The aim is to get, depending on how many tractors you've got, if you've got a lot of, say you've got 10 tractors, you're probably looking to get 7 out, but if you want to put it back to 7 out the end, but it's very difficult to actually get the right number. We've only got 3 tractors, so we'll see what happens here. Sadly, you can see that the green tractor that's just kicking the front tyres on, that's the one they've just welded up. The fella in the white van down in the bottom end of the pit by that big red trailer, he's come and welded the axle back together. I don't know whether they're going to keep him here in case they need him again after this run. So, sledge is ready, measuring gang is ready. All we want now is the tractor on the front. In the running order, it will be as the one that's just been welded up. He's first on, so I don't quite know why we're waiting. It looks like first smoke's coming on with the Sauer family, aided and abetted by various people. This is a tractor that Sam's built himself from more or less from scratch, and performs very well. So he'll drive up onto the sled, soon as everything's in order. The driver's got an actual sound system on it. So that's nothing that is just took off as a starter motor chain drive that goes onto the front of the crankshaft, goes through a hole in the bonnet, and has a big battery to drive that, so that he will endeavour not to stall the tractor, because then they'll have to bring the start back to it. So, Sam, Sarah, just been guided and pushed on by his brother, who you saw just now running guesswork. And Dad is on lifting him on. And Lynn is in the measuring, doing the measuring. Along with Tarkin, who's in the pen, the writing bit. So, organ, getting the beer, and we're off. Again, this is really good, so this is warm. Really charged tractor, so you have to do the booster. Oh dear. So, fully charged tractor, so you have to fill the booster before you let the clutch out. Otherwise, the turbo lag is it kicks in and causes us through. Booster for booster. That's exactly what now that, some would say is a hard red setting, some would say it's a strong setting, some would say Tim's on the barbecue, let's get cracking out and get going.
Did he win?
It's a bit of a steady start this morning with the rain and then we'll get a bit active Tim, so some folk won't have had the lunch. So they need to get going. So, that was first. Hello. We can make more noise than that. So, next tractor on, I'm guessing it's Ferrell's Ben. This is the tractor the Carson family went to brought out to Europe, France, I believe. It's driven by Jason Carson. He's our secretary now. So heavily involved with the club. There's the technical young lady. This on the club. The council called several years ago. And she seems to be jumping on every tractor that let her have a go. There's been another tractor coming down the track. Then the helmet came off. Oh, there's brakes on that one. Then the next one down. Oh, there's brakes on another one. Then the next step, the following winter, or the following spring, it came out of the district. But again, no reverse here, so Dad and mate pushing it on. Then he's got his work overalls on, so you can see, I reckon he's been helping with moving gear. So take the flash from the chain so you don't sort of set off in great haste and snatch everything inside. Well done, Sam. So get the green flag. And we're off. Oh dear Dad. Very good tractor, it's an all gold sensor. Well, I've never seen that before, where the tractor spins side to side to mess with it. But it's a very well balanced tractor. That's the ideal situation for these tractors. There's got this rate on the front to keep the tractor spinning along the floor. So it's just a little bit of steering, but maximum lift on the drawbar. So you get maximum weight transfer off the plate. Very technical work, you might say. So, let's race off the track, and then you'll be able to see with the Thomas family. This by Ivan. No, Ivan. they also run a scope tractor in the big league and a scope farm or something or other. Very keen on the job, but he was quite a big plant company out of Manchester and trying to draw the barrels off that roll and on the first tractor. So without that support, it was very difficult to run the event. This is very awkward now. Not in the hole, in the higher part. If the tractor is parked in the hole, then it's losing hitch height in principle. Forward. Over the door. I'm Thomas. The usually has a very strong flying run. So this is to see how it goes off with this flight section. I'm quite surprised I couldn't bounce around a bit on the track, but it was nice to say running job, stuff going off and all that thing. But at least he'll drive off the track or get pulled off, he won't have to be lifted off the track. But the smoke or vapour or some sort coming out of there, so we're just looking to see what it is. So again, hooked up. Lewis is coming with the computer now. Carry him on. He's put himself fairly well in there. On the back of the all these tractors are what we call wheelie bars. So that drivers can wheel up too far, the wheelie bars will offload the tyres. And the other wheel should be, if it's one of those wheels comes off, it gets a bit embarrassing. So the wheelie bars just stop and toppling over. Right then, the flag is now going off to its starting position. So, hey?